Mark and Joey here on a Saturday morning. Beautiful day here, which rhymes really well with our golf show, which we do every Saturday morning, called After the Cut. And we're doing pretty good ourselves. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to mention the website, ultimatesportschannel.com. We've talked about it a lot. Head over there, get our sports news feed, as well as lots of other information about the show, all the different podcast channels we're on. So take a look there. We really appreciate it, and our sponsors appreciate your attention as well. So if you can do that, appreciate it. And speaking of sponsors, coolicover.com is back in the fold here to do some more advertising. Now, there's a little bit of a change there. Gone completely high-end sunglasses. We got a little bit of feedback in the sense that we're in sports and yet we're selling sunglasses for like $10 or something on the site, which is not the quality you need to be in sports. I think it's a great move. So now we're talking about either in sports, watching sports. It's hours in the sunshine typically, and you need good quality glasses. So everything you see on the site now will be higher end, $50 plus glasses, which you need to get to protect yourself. So head over there, coolicover.com, see some fantastic glasses, and certainly a pair that you'll enjoy style-wise and quality-wise. But let's get to being outdoors, which is the PGA, and everybody there should have great sunglasses. And we're going to recap, first of all, how we did on our pick show, and talk about the players that we've chosen this week and see how they've done. And we'll talk about some of the other guys making moves and some of the surprises we might see over the weekend here. So, Joey, I'm going to let you go first while I take a look at mine again.
Well, yeah, so for me anyways, I had, I didn't have the greatest guys when I picked them to win, but they're in the tournament. Tyler Haddon at 4 under. Matt Avery missed the cut. And Troy Merritt at 10 under. Those weren't my guys to win. Those are actually my guys to move up and keep their and keep going in the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Guys this week.
Guys that would do well enough in the event to make the top 70 for next week. Tyler Haddon, believe it or not, still needs to keep going in order to make that happen. He's right now still outside the top 70. Troy Merritt, well inside right now. Still going to need to have a good weekend and hold on because guys are going to continue to go low. Also, it would be great if they went on to win or finish in the top 20. That would have been a great value bet there for sure. But definitely moving inside the top 70 is where I had them. And Merritt looks positioned to do that. Haddon looks still pretty good. He's at 400. He's going to need to go 4 under again on the weekend probably. Keep going low. Got to move that position. Right now he's not inside. But I have faith that he'll continue to play well and do that. Matt Avery missed the cut, so he's officially out. As my guys to win, I had Schauffele, missed the cut. Simpson at 4 under. I was disappointed in him. He shot 5 under, actually 6 under day
First
one.
Day, yeah.
Shot 2 over yesterday. Real shocked about that. I thought this would be a course to continue to do well on. Maybe he'll go low today and improve on that position, have a chance come Sunday. But he's pretty far out of 4. Colin Mercard did a good job to make the cut. He's at 1 under right now. Not going to matter in the win. JT Poston's actually an interesting guy. He won last week. I said, golfers play their best golf in 3 weeks. He's at -5. He might continue to go this weekend. Maybe a couple more 5-unders. Might get it done. We'll see.
But he's going to be inside.
But he's going to be inside. Big move. Actually inside top 30 by the end of the week if he remains in the same position. Top Euro, Shane Lowry. Probably not going to get it done with all those Euros at the top.
I told you with all the hangover he wasn't going to be able to do it.
Top American, Webb Simpson, not looking good for that either. But the bet of the week, and I said this, the bet of the week was Louis Oosthuizen top other. And he is right there at -9, tied, I think, 4th right now. So he is the guy I told you he was the best bet at top other. So Louis Oosthuizen right now is my main guy. Him and Troy Merritt looking good for me right now. As a new pick to win the tournament, I'd love to see Spieth do it. I picked him to miss the cut. I'd love for him to...
You picked him to win like 4 weeks in a row.
I had to change it up because he wasn't winning, so I thought...
You thought you were the curse?
I thought it was a curse. I picked him to miss the cut going to win, so hopefully he can get that done.
Yeah, well, it would be great to see that. We've talked through the whole season about how important it is that some of the young guys continue to be great. Spieth's at 25, I think, still. 25, I think.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. His game seems to be in form. However, don't lose sight of the fact he's had terrible weekends for the last 6 or 7 weeks. He's put himself in position, been awful on the weekend. We hope he plays better this weekend. He's obviously put himself in a great position. Hopefully this is the breakout of Spieth. We need to see this. Golf needs to see this, and it would be awesome. Now, for myself, doing a little bit better than Joey, which has been my habit this golf season. I do have a couple guys real close. Justin Thomas, another Spieth. Him and Spieth came up to relevance almost at the same time. Spieth a little earlier than Thompson, then Thomas, and then injury hit Thomas. And now he's been struggling to get back from that, but he started to hit his stride. So he's tied 15th right now. And he's a guy that I see coming in 45-1 going in, so he'd be a big cash for us if he can make it. My pick to win, which I talked about, was Rory. Rory's another one. He's right in the mix now. We know how low Rory can go when he gets it going and is putting well. I think we're going to see Rory come out and win this tournament still. 11-1, I had him at. Gary Woodland, tied 64th right now, and he was 10-1, 60-1 to win and 10-1 to be in the top 5. So I need Gary to do some more work, but he's right there, and hasn't had a great front 9, 1 under, I think you just told me. So I'll wait to see what that is. I had the top European, which was Rory at 3-1. That's still looking good. Ricky Fowler, man, what is going on? I mean, you missed the cut in the start of the FedEx Cup. I'm just not understanding Ricky's year. He had a big win, but he kind of backed into it, but then he's been worse ever since. So I really thought, kind of these guys build for these events. I thought he'd be the guy. Top World Other, I have Hadwin, sitting at -4, only a couple behind Oosthuizen, who's Joey's pick for that position. I have Hadwin. He's playing well, exactly what I said he would do. Down the middle on the greens. He's in it still. I did have him at 125-1 to win the event. He's tied 34th right now. I still have him at my bet was 20-1, or inside the 20, and top he's still 20. There. Top 20, sorry, and he's still there just outside of it. So I'm still confident in what Hadwin can do this weekend. So that's all my picks. I did get screwed, absolutely screwed, along with everybody else, and I don't know how they allow this to happen. Tiger should not have been allowed to quit. He was going to miss the cut. All of us who had him bet, I told you on the last show that he would miss the cut, and we just get a push. And this is outrageous at +4 that if he leaves the tournament, we should still get paid. That's missing the cut as far as I'm concerned, and it's really bad form in a sport that's trying to build wagering as part of their interest in their sport, and I am not a happy camper. I had an easy win there, and that cost me a lot of money that the Tiger gets disqualified rather than missing the cut. And then I was looking like a genius on Thursday, and what does Phil goddamn do? Go and shoot -5 and make the cut by a stroke. So anyway, Phil disappointed me as well. So that ends up being a losing bet for me when it should have been a winning.
Phil's kind of in the tournament. He's at -4.
Oh, that took him -4. You're right. Sorry about that. Yeah, he could do it again.
If Phil can go low again today, that'd be good for golf. It'd be interesting to see. I don't know how the course is going to play. It's played easy in the mornings, typically for these guys. Not really in the afternoon as much, although DJ put up a decent round yesterday at 4 under in the afternoon. But it's really been the morning they've treated out. So now the leaders are all going to be teeing off in the afternoon. So does it leave room for someone at that -4 number that we've mentioned, -5 number to move up? Yeah. Or is it just going to play difficult all day? I have not seen big moves so far out of the guys who barely made the cut. No one's gone 6 deep. That front 9 is the most gettable side. So maybe they just toughen up. I know they didn't have rain last night. They had rain Wednesday night and Thursday night leading into obviously golf on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. Obviously when you do that to the PGA Pros, they're going to tear it up. They showed that in day 1, day 2. No rain last night in New York. So are they going to rebuild the toughness of this golf course, make it more difficult for these guys? I believe they will. I believe scores will be around par today. If someone shoots 3 or 4 under, it's going to be a really good round, I believe. I think it's going to play difficult. So we'll see with the leaders in the afternoon, first of all, which always adds wind and firmer greens and not as good quality as greens, along with the fact they had no rain last night. So that together is going to make it very difficult for the guys in the top and everyone playing today. Yeah, that's for sure. And the good thing for them, at least on Thursday and Friday, there's always that, I might get a bad time of the day, and I might get, all the guys play at the same time on Saturday and Sunday, all the leaders. So at least they're getting hurt together or playing easier tough. So that'll be all right. Let's look at some of the other features in there. Sergio missed the cut. Bubba missed the cut. Done for the year. Done for the year. This is it for them. They go out and play special events or whatever. But done for the golf. That's a shame to see Bubba out. I bet that's the first time he's not in the top 30. 2 years ago, the same thing. So he's now gone. He missed it. He finished 124th 2 years ago, won twice last year. Now this year loses out again. So he's very inconsistent when he wins. He wins a couple in a year. But he has had 2 of the last 3 years. He hasn't even gone past the second round. So it's been a struggle for him. And Sergio, as much as Tiger and everybody else, he's getting to that age where it's tougher and tougher to stay sharp all season. He was a mental case this year. So, a lot of issues. A lot of issues he just on the golf course. 2 weeks ago over in Europe. He got in trouble for damaging a course. He whipped the club at his caddy. He's got some real problems he's got to deal with in the offseason. So something going on. I want to look at some of the big moves we had. Well, first of all, some guys who can make big moves. Denny Lee at 71. We think he's got a real shot to move up.
Matt Wolf at 73. That's the young guy who won.
He's actually fallen out. He was in. He's actually fallen out. But here's the problem that people don't know is there's another cut today because how many guys made the cut. Right now, he's not even poised to make it till Sunday. So he could be out for sure if he doesn't move.
Yeah, we hate to see these young guys be a one-week wonder and then not be able to follow it up. So anyway, he's there. Some moves. Andrew Landry. Now, this is one he's going to have to continue. He's moved up 47 spots. He's now standing at 76, so 6 spots out of making it the next week. He's obviously playing well. He's going to have to continue that.
At -7 turn.
That's a big move. Harold Varner, who I picked, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks ago. He was in contention, maybe longer now. Time flies. But anyway, he's finally playing the golf that I thought he was going to play a few weeks ago. He's moved up 35 spots to number 67. So good thing for Harold. And then Wyndham Clark, who I picked last week. Wyndham wins. He miscut. All of a sudden, I didn't pick him this week. He's now moved up 32 spots to sit in 58.
But he's in place when we go.
Pretty safe at 58. He'd have to play really badly the next 2 days. So we're counting on him to be inside the top 70. Harold Varner, not quite that story at 67. So he's going to need to maintain his good golf. And then a couple of the stars we talk about, names you know, Patrick Reed plus 30 positions into number 20 now. So he was outside the final championship round. He's now moved inside of that at position 20. And, of course, Spieth, we just talked about, up 60 spots to number 9. So, we're looking for a couple of those named guys, both young players. I don't keep track of Patrick Reed so much, but they're both under 30 players.
I'd say, Patrick Reed had a good season considering kind of the ups and downs he's had with the Ryder Cup and everything going on. Ever since he won the Masters, he has not been Patrick Reed of winning.
Which is typical what happens.
Which happens a lot. But he bounced back with a very solid season this year. He kind of bounced around with wedges and putters. I didn't like the fittings he had, and then obviously had the drama of dealing with the Ryder Cup and what went on there. So he's kind of bounced back. I expect him to get going again next year. If he can finish maybe well here, might be a dark horse to win the Tour Championship if he has a couple good weeks, gets himself.
Well, he's a streaky golfer too, so you're right.
So it'd be interesting there. Another couple of stories is a couple guys didn't play, which really disappoints me. First off, I want to say if guys aren't playing, I feel like they should allow number 126, 127, 128 to move in and get to play this week. Because that's a little disappointing and guys that weren't going to make it didn't play. Now I know they're because of injury, so maybe something to look into there. But another reason why it's important to move up is actually they're now paying you out for your position in the Fedex Cup. So 125th player is getting $100,000 just for making the cut, an extra $100,000.
If some guy sitting 126, that'd be really nice.
Yeah, but also more importantly, so that guy Andrew Landry moved up 124. Even if he doesn't make it to top 70 of next week, he's now 124, moved to 176. So those bonus prize money of placing the Fedex Cup matters no matter what. So if he finishes 76 instead of 124, he's just moved up and made a couple extra money, extra $100,000, I believe. So he'll get around like 300 now for doing that. So that's very impressive stuff there, and very important to move up. And obviously, it's even more important to make top 70 for next week.
Yeah, so that's a good point. I mean, alternates get in every week if guys drop out. So why not this week? I mean, there's some guys who fought hard to be right there.
They can't because of status. Do you give these guys status so they have to move up? Guys are going to complain they worked all season to be in the top 125 because guys withdrew. Guys didn't.
No, this is the Fedex Cup, though. This has got nothing to do with status. This has got to do with winning a prize money. And I think if you're outside, I think you made a great point. If you're outside and guys drop out, you should move inside and be able to play with no guaranteed position, but you get to play this week and see where you can finish and move up. It just makes sense. And you worked hard all year, too. You just missed. And if guys don't feel like or injured, you should be able to move up.
I'll tell you part of the problem. My only worry was the guys playing and withdrawing. I think you would start to see that because obviously, if you make the 125, worked all regular season long to finish the top 125, get that extra money, get that status. The reason why I said it is because I originally do think there should be something there. Maybe they only get to play this week. Maybe they don't even get a status. Maybe they don't even get to be 126 and move up if they win or something.
No, it's just about the 3 events.
I don't know, but I know on the other side, real quick, is that obviously you see guys like Stenson probably say, okay, I'll play this so that guy doesn't get in and steal my spot and steal my extra money and then withdraw from the event. It's big money to some of these guys. Someone like Stenson, I don't think would do that. He's very well set. But, someone at the 124, 125 spot, if they can't play, they don't want to see someone step in and take their extra money and move up in position.
No, I'm not talking about status. I'm not talking about getting the bonus money. That's already preset. Just they get in the tournament and get an opportunity to go for the FedEx Cup. They were there. Guys pull out. It's a 125 field is what it should be. And I agree with your first thing. Now you're talking yourself out of it. I'd like you made a great point.
Well, I'm just on both sides.
Guys should get in. Guys should get in. I think they should have that chance. If guys drop out, it's a history of the sport. If there's guys dropping out of events, alternates get in, and I think those guys should be there and they get a shot. They don't get the bonus money. It's not about status. It's about the FedEx Cup. The status is already done. 125 and get the card next year. That's already done deal. This is about 3 events that are about a bonus program. That's it. And if these guys are getting regular season bonuses for being 125th, 124, whatever, but let these guys in and get them a chance to play as an alternate in these kinds of events, I think would be a great idea. Something for them to look at next season. There's going to be more rules looked at, as even with the changes they've made now. There's going to be more things guys are wanting to change.
Trying to battle against my own little thing there was, because I just want to look at both sides, and I have both sides of knowledge, is that obviously will the guys take the risk because they have to go down and earn status on the Corn Ferry Tour. So, that is part of the problem, is that if you're not going to give status to these guys, if they like move up or finish top 10 or something, then they might actually opt to continue to go back down there because they got to get status for next year. Right now, 126, you get a little bit of conditional. You typically have to do Monday qualifiers, and you get in the weaker events. If you go down Corn Ferry Tour, get top 25 status, you get bigger and better status. So if you're not going to give status for these alternates, then they won't.
But here's what golf is all about. You're a free agent. So you get to do whatever. You get offered an invitation, you don't take it, big deal.
Oh, and lastly, the FedEx Cup is winning, by the way. Everyone loves the system. They love this new one coming up. The players, actually, a lot of them liked it. Some guys said they give too many points. Well, they give too many points, I believe, for these 2 events, and I kind of agree with them. But they are excited about trying out the Tour Championship. I know a lot of guys said it'd be easier. I know my grandma's already texted me 3 times today to try to figure out what's going on. Yeah. So, at least that Tour Championship won't have those questions. Besides, the first day, you'll still get a lot of questions. People will be like, why are you starting at minus 10?
Yeah.
Once that's over, though, it'll be clean sweep to the finish.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of pregame trying to explain that before
there'll be a lot of people who turn on
Tour Championship.
What?
So they'll be talking about that extensively as they get into that last week. But anyway, there we go. Exciting golf. We said that would be the case when we did the show on Wednesday. I'm pretty happy where I am. You've got a real shot with one of your guys. And we'll look forward to some real exciting golf here Saturday and Sunday. There should be lots of moves happening, just like the end of the season. We talk about that in playoffs for all sports. Who's in, who's out, depending on wins, and we got that exactly happening here in the FedEx Cup. So we'll look forward to coming back Monday for our recap show, unless something alarming happens today we want to talk about tomorrow morning. But Monday is our typical recap show. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
Hopefully a close event.
And remember, yeah, for sure. And remember, keep those eyes covered. And our sponsor, CoolEyeCover.com. Take a visit. Buy yourself some high-quality sunglasses.